Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing, starting off with some partly cloudy conditions with some high clouds around the area and some chilly conditions. Should see a fairly chilly and slightly breezy weather day ahead. Not expecting any precipitation as we move through the day today. We will see that next storm system moving through as we get into the day, particularly later in the day tomorrow. That's going to bring a round of some wintry weather into our local area. Take a look at the current surface analysis. Weaker pressure gradient over the area than what we saw yesterday. That strong area low pressure still tracking off to the northeast. We'll see just brief control of high pressure over the local region before this next disturbance starts to move into the area. Again, going to bring us some snowfall around the local region, and we'll take a look at how much we can expect as we move through the briefing here. Current conditions this morning, just a few clouds around 22,000 feet, broken to 25,000 feet. Winds out of the northwest at 8 knots. Temperature 32 degrees. Relative humidity is at 39%. Take a look at the current visible satellite. We can see mainly high cloud shield drifting over the local region. Expecting that to continue through much, if not all, of the day today. Could see brief periods of slightly less in the way of cloud cover, but again, as that system moves into our region, we'll continue to see high clouds, and eventually we'll see those cloud bases lowering as we get into the day on Wednesday. If we look at the European model here, see what we can expect with this storm as it pushes through. Still some uncertainty with this storm. We have seen a southward shift over the last 24 36 hours with some of those heavier snow totals. Some of the models still indicate some of that heavier snow making it a bit further north, but the general trend is the further south you go, the more snowfall you will likely see. But starting off today, we'll see just slightly breezy conditions, dry. We'll see some chilly temperatures staying in the 30s today. We'll see our wind chill values likely in the 20s, and we'll continue to see chilly conditions as we move through the overnight time frame, possibly seeing those wind chill values back down into the teens for the early morning hours of Wednesday. As we move through the day on Wednesday, we start to see some of that snowfall from that next system moving into the region. As it gets closer to the Wallops area, we'll likely see some light snow as we get moving through the afternoon time frame for Wednesday, and then moving into the evening, we will see that snow becoming more likely and seeing more of a light to moderate snow at times as we move through the overnight here. As you can see, with this European model, the heaviest band of snow, as you can see, staying 2 points south on the shore, as well as further south into southeast Virginia, and just barely missing Wallops and points north. However, I will note that we could see some shifting continuing over the next 24 hours with the modeling possibly bringing that band up a bit further north. So we'll continue to track that as we move through the next 24 hours and update the forecast appropriately. Moving into Thursday, we'll start to see that low tracking off the coast, pulling out the snowfall. We could see some lingering snowfall early on Thursday with little in the way of additional accumulations, but behind the system we will see some breezy and cold conditions, likely seeing a wind advisory as we move through the day on Thursday as things dry out and slowly start to see those clouds break, particularly as we get later in the day. So if we look at our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, looking at mainly green conditions as we move over the next 24 hours, we'll see our high temperature 36 degrees. We'll see winds out of the northwest 9 to 14 knots, gusting up to 21 knots this afternoon with some partly sunny conditions. Again, mainly high clouds around the area, possibly a cloud deck around 12,000 feet. Moving in as well towards the during the afternoon time frame. We'll see those wind chill values in the 20s. Going into the evening, we'll continue to see those high clouds around, and then a few low clouds will start to move into the area as we get to the start of the day on Wednesday, around 5,000 feet, with some lowering bases and additional cloud cover with that next system moving into the local area. We'll see our low temperature around 21 degrees, but we do pick up that yellow risk for those wind chill values at or below 10 degrees. Looks like we'll see those wind chill values dipping into the lower teens as we get into the start of the day on Wednesday, with that slight breeze continuing as we move through the overnight time frame, but won't be as gusty as we move through that time frame as well. Tides running slightly below normal at this time, and then for our next couple days, So Wednesday we'll start off mostly cloudy to overcast, and then again that chance of light snow as we get into the afternoon, and that light to moderate snow becoming likely as we get more so into the evening time frame. And later in the evening we could see snow accumulations around 1 to 2 inches. Again, cold with a slight breeze through the day, not getting above freezing, seeing our high around 29 degrees. Do have that orange risk for precip and reduced ceilings as that snow starts to become likely later in the evening. As we go into the overnight time frame, that's when we'll see a bulk of the snow activity moving through. Again, mix of light to moderate snow during that time frame. Additional accumulations, 2 to 4 inches expected at this time. Otherwise, it's cold, and we'll see slightly breezy conditions moving in as we get towards the start of the day on Thursday. Our low will be around 22 degrees. We'll see that red condition for precip, as that will be the most likely period of snow for the next couple of days, and then seeing an orange risk for those reduced ceilings continuing. And then Thursday, we'll see cloudy conditions, chance for some lingering snow early, but not much in the way of additional accumulation expected. And as that snow moves out, we start to see some of those cloud bases rise. We'll see some breezy conditions coming in and becoming mostly cloudy later in the day. High, once again, chilly, around 30 degrees. So not getting above freezing once again for Thursday. So we do have an orange risk for precip. We do have a red risk for winds. We do expect we'll see a wind advisory likely later in the day on Thursday, and a yellow risk for some lingering reduced ceilings. Again, this is the latest numbers we have for accumulations, likely between 3 to 6 inches total with this event at this time. But again, could see some changes in that with a little shift in the storm track will have some significant impacts to where those heavier bands line up. So that's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. Take a look at the extended forecast and keep an eye on the website. We'll have our latest winter storm product out likely later today. Have a good day.